This mural was commissioned by Dave Curtis, the owner. And that's how Geoff Ridgeway makes his living, painting murals on cars.
Right, the name of this van is Bootlegger. Basically, as you can see, it's a car, girl, great big house. Thing is, there's a storyline about the vehicle, like most of the vehicles in the custom scene. But the thing was, I got a completely free hand on it. And I wanted to come up with something original, but something at the same time that was personal. That I decided to put my girlfriend on the van. The reason why I put my girlfriend on the van is because her old fella, wait for it folks, really hates me. So I put together what he imagines in his mind. There's his daughter, right, with the big house, which spells pound notes, money, etc. And then there's the guy who vaguely enough looks like me, but a hell of a sight older, because that is how he imagines me to be, you know. And the guy comes along and gets hold of his daughter, and as you go around the van, you notice that there's a great big shootout, and the little girl ends up with no money just because that she's met this guy who Daddy doesn't approve of.
Well, the chase actually starts up the top here. You just see a car leap over the horizon, come crashing down, and the Mustang takes off and follows it down. Then you go down this side of the bonnet.
Geoff's chief rival in the world of car murals is Ray Mumford.
Head out into the open road, which is along here.
Me and Ray Mumford, up until the Battersea Cruise hadn't really spoken, you could say. We are best of enemies. Because, we're both in the same game. We both have won jugs at Manchester. And other shows. It seems to me that we take it in alternate years. It's like last year I won everything on the circuit. And this time, it's Ray's turn.
And then you've just got the gas station exploding and Mr. McQueen superimposed over the top. What are you doing for Manchester? Are you doing anything that you're keeping under your hat or what?
Yeah, I've got TR7 going in, that's about as far as it goes.
That's about as far as it goes?
Yeah.
Is it an unusual theme or what?
Slightly, yeah. Different.
Yeah.
The next time Geoff and Ray meet will be at the Manchester Custom Car Show on June the 4th in 5 weeks' time. Geoff Ridgeway also meets Ray Bennis, his next customer. They're old friends, and Geoff has agreed to paint a mural on the boot of Ray's new Triumph TR7.
I could say he was a typical custom car owner, in the sense that, yes, he does own a custom car, yes, he does go to all the shows. But the thing is, with Ray, he knows exactly what he wants. It is a bit of a pain sometimes. In London, I actually lost my imagination, because there's nothing in London, really. There's just bloody brick walls and buses and people and tubes, and that's it. Well, as far as I'm concerned, anyway. I like Cornwall, namely because my girlfriend's down there, and also the atmosphere's right. Life's a lot slower down there. Everything's easy, and you can get on with things and get things done, and your mind starts to work. I get ideas off ridiculous things. You can be sat on the train, and you can get an idea just looking at the landscape. You can get another idea if you're at the airport from an aircraft coming in. It's just endless, really. The thing is with this idea, what I want to do is try and get snippets of American graffiti together, such as bombers, and then you've got the car scene, 50s cars especially. We've got good perspective on the plane in the sense of distance, even though the plane is too big. These want to run at an angle, down like that. Also, they want bringing in a lot tighter. These want tilting as well, because the effect which I'm trying to get, actually, is the sort of... Either the cars are going to attack the plane, which is illogical, so what you've got to try and do is get the effect of fighter cover out of the cars. I mean, it's very, very easy to do a collage with aeroplanes, nice looking girls, cars. So what I've decided to do is come up with this completely unusual and different approach to the whole thing. And hope it'll work. Yeah, I think it should do anyway.
Well, basically we started off with the Triumph TR7, which I liked from the engineering point of view. It drove nicely, but I didn't really like the body styling. So what we did, we junked the front bumper, the big federal
Chelmsford,
bumpers,
Essex, 6th of May.
length of the front.
The body modifications to Ray's Triumph TR7 are now complete.
The front wheel arch as standard is very, very big and bulbous and can take much bigger wheels than they've got as standard, as the picture illustrates there. So we put 7013 Morph Race in with BF Goodrich radials, which are nice and meaty and really sort of give it a nice wide look. Right, the next thing was the roof line. Right, I used to have a cut-off roof line as similar to a Ford Angler, which was absolutely ghastly. So the thing was to continue the roof line down, swoop it down right to the rear wings. Right, and using an actual body line in the car, bring it down and tuck it underneath, again junking the rear bumper, which meant panelling all the rear across the back chassis. And basically using a styling similar to a 75 Corvette, we decided to French the lights in and put a sort of a bumper bar in the centre of the car and Frenching the number plate again. Which of course, as you can see, really cleans up the car and gives it a nice wide mean look. It definitely does look very Americanised now.
Falmouth, 10th of May. With 3.5 weeks to go to the Manchester show, Geoff starts his journey to Chelmsford, where he will stay with Ray until his work on the car is finished.
The reason why I travel the country is because there's pound notes at one end and me at the other. And you need money to survive. It's as easy as that. I mean, that's all it is, a fight for survival.
Right, Geoff, let's see what you come up with then.
Right, we've got this, this sort of thing. That's your aircraft. But what I want to do, instead of having the one, I want 3 anyway. That'd be further in the distance.
Yeah.
Then what we've got is a selection of Yanks. But what I want these to look like,
What,
you know.
50s?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, 50s, early 60s stuff. You know, with the Plymouth Fury and Caddies.
Yeah. What's the plane?
That, that's a Super Fortress. You know, the Yankee type.
Mm.
With the dome front and all that lot. And I want that really a lot smaller, more in the distance. Because what the effect is that I want to get over is, you know, you've got the 3 planes really miles away below you.
Yeah.
And then you've got the effect then of the cars, you know, like in, you know, Film The Birds, you know, where they're over the top of the gas station. The seagulls.
Yeah, what, so the cars are what, actually up, they're not actually down on the ground? What,
No,
they're sort
no,
of...
that's what I mean. They're flying behind the aircraft.
Yeah.
I know it seems a bit illogical, but the thing is it'll work. You know.
Mm. Bit unusual.
Well, that's the way we want it.
Be definitely, yeah, match up with the car and subtle at the same time. It,
Yeah.
You know, that don't sound it, but it should come out. I think that'd be quite good.
Yeah,
You
so you're
do.
happy with the idea?
I am. I want to see it drawn up,
Yeah,
you know, a
good.
bit more plainer
Right.
before.
And you're not dead happy with that one?
I'm not too sure about that, no. Cars, yes. Definitely want the cars in it. Well, what about Manchester, Geoff? It's only a few weeks. Are we going to be ready?
Yeah, told you, stop worrying. Go and play. Go on. Stop minding. Be alright. Told you worry too much.
Yeah, right, I'll go and...
Yeah, well go on then. I did go to art school for a brief period, but the thing was that me old fella had a stroke, so I had to kick that in the head and go out to work. So I went as a panel basher for about 2-3 years. You know, doing vans and repairing cars and all that sort of thing. Then from there, I went as a sprayer, so I got into spraying, so there was a load of knowledge there. And then they decided then that rather than have a Wally running around the shop like an idiot with a spray gun, because at the moment I got hold of a spray gun, you see, everybody left, which was really amusing. So they decided then to send me to college on day release and all that sort of thing. So I went there, which was good fun. You know, it was really good skiving at the same time. You know, I learned a fair amount. I also learnt sign writing and lining and coach painting as well. So it just escalated then. You know, I got the bug. Steady hands. Yeah, that is critical, really. I mean, whether you're using a scalpel on a job, as in using frisk, or whether you're doing freehand murals, I mean, you've got to be able to do a straight line with a gun, or with a knife, or with a pencil. There's no getting away from the fact that if you can't do straight lines, I mean, you can't exactly use a ruler on a bonnet.
I chose Geoff to do the artwork because his artwork looks real, living, and as if it's part of the car rather than it's been stuck on afterwards. And there's no harsh edges or lines. It's neat, smooth. I mean, I'm not an artist myself. It's just personal taste, what I think looks good or classy, rather than making a car look cheap. And I wanted something completely different to what everybody else has got. This time, as opposed to others, he's had more or less a free hand on his ideas and his work.
Romford, 15th of May. 2.5 weeks to go to the Manchester show. Ray Mumford is well on the way with his designs on the boot of a Mustang.
With this car, the mood I'm after is one of almost pure aggression. Nothing airy-fairy about it. Everything is a solid statement. Well, what I'm doing here is actually a scene from Dirty Harry, not from The Enforcer, which is where there is a bank raid and Harry Callahan is in the restaurant opposite and sees it going on and comes out and attacks the car that's trying to get away with the loot. The car hits a water hydrant and the spray goes everywhere. It's a nice action shot, which is probably the best action shot from the film. So using a bit of artist license, I've tied this in on the Enforcer theme. But on the bonnet, I'm not sure which shot that's from, but I've used Clint Eastwood with the bandage on the forehead and the typical shot with the Magnum gun, which is on the side. So the whole thing ties in, even though I've used different films as a subject.
The reason why I use reference books is because I like to get a thing right. I mean, it's very, very easy to do. I mean, there's no